Hello, I'm Ken Follett, and my new book is World Without End. When I was finishing The Pillars of the Earth in 1989, if somebody had said to me, you're going to have to write a sequel for this book, I think I would have killed myself. Because it was, The Pillars of the Earth is the hardest book I've ever written. And that's mainly because it's very long. And you know, most long books kind of proceed at a rather magisterial pace. And I can't write like that. So The Pillars of the Earth is full of incident. There's something happening all the time. And to actually write 1,000 pages like that was really exhausting. And it's the only time in my writing career that I've had imagination exhaustion. You know, I really felt, I don't think I can make anything up anymore. So I certainly didn't ever contemplate a sequel at that point. But then people kept saying to me, you should write a sequel to The Pillars of the Earth. People who really liked the book, a lot of people would say, and whenever I give a talk in a bookshop or in a library or at a literary festival, something like that, whatever I'm talking about, it doesn't matter. Somebody, first or second question in the Q&A is always going to be about The Pillars of the Earth, and am I ever going to write a sequel to it? So as the years went by, I gradually realized that people really wanted me to do this. And I've always been inclined to do what the readers want me to do. When I started to write World Without End, I was very anxious about it. I was really afraid of writing something that people would say, well, it's okay, but it's not as good as. That prospect terrified me. But I think now that it's finished, I'm really pleased with it, and I think it has the kind of qualities that people enjoyed in the Pillars of the Earth. One of the things about a long book is that you live with these characters for quite a long time. You see their whole lives. You see them as children or young people, and then you see them as old. And the story may take you to the death of some of the main characters. So you get that sense when you read a book like that you've kind of lived their whole lives with them. And I think people will have that with World Without End as well. I've always escaped into books, and it's always been one of life's greatest pleasures for me since I was able to read. I learned to read when I was 4 years old, and it still is a tremendous pleasure to me. And I think there are probably more good books to read nowadays than there have ever been. Right now I'm reading translations of a lot of European literature. I just read a book called The Garden of the Finzi Continis, which is set in Italy in the Second World War. Wonderful, wonderful book. And it's because I never studied literature. I never, at school and university, I didn't do literature. I didn't study English. So this is still a great journey of exploration for me. Literature is a great journey of exploration for me. And no, I don't think the internet and television makes much difference. There are loads of great books there.